Alert 3 now at 6. Brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
I thought with everything going on,
I think the nation is looking at Madison as an extremely strong and resilient community.
The investigation continues into the Abundant Life Christian School shooting. The Madison police chief told News 3 Now in a one-on-one interview today. And later, News 3 Now sits down with Assembly Speaker Robin Vos, what he had to say about this week's deadly school shooting. And we welcome you to News 3 Now at 6. And we begin tonight with breaking news into our newsroom as we have now learned the identity of one of the victims in the Abundant Life Christian School shooting. News 3 Now has learned that her identity with the family, we have confirmed it, and as well with the funeral home. She is 14-year-old Ruby Patricia Vergara of Madison. Vergara was a freshman at Abundant Life. Family members describe her as an avid reader who also loved art, singing, and playing keyboard in the family worship band. A funeral service will be held at City Church on Buckeye Road at 11 a.m. on Saturday. Visitation will be held at the church from 9 a.m. until the time of that service. And that news comes as investigators continue to go through the evidence, trying to determine the motive behind the attack. And today, Madison Police Chief Sean Barnes and Dane County Executive Melissa Agard sat down for one-on-one interviews with News 3 Now on this case. We go live now to Maddie Heimsch at the City County building for the latest. Maddie, what did you learn today?
So Barnes could not speak to additional information about that ongoing investigation, but we did speak about the process of releasing that critical information to the press and the public in light of some incorrect information being released on Monday and questions still unanswered at this point. I asked Barnes about the procedure and policies for releasing sensitive information like the victims' identities, which the police have not released or spoken on to the public.
It's not our department's procedure, it's what the law states. And so, again, in Wisconsin, we have Marsy's Law, which is different in some states, but we do withhold that information. Many of our victims or our survivors are juveniles, and we would not release that information anyway.
He also says that because it's an ongoing investigation, decisions like these must go through the district attorney's office. We also spoke next steps in the investigation.
The next steps are to go through the investigative process. We're waiting on some digital information that may come back. We want to make sure that we can support any of the families that are survivors of this incident.
I also sat down with Dane County Executive Melissa Agard about the sharing of information amid both the crisis and investigation phases.
Dane County Emergency Management has really been an epicenter of bringing people together and helping to, I would say, be like an air traffic controller when people have questions about what it is that they can do.
I'll bring you more from my conversations with Chief Barnes and County Executive Agard tonight at 10. Reporting live in downtown Madison, I'm Maddie Heimsch, News 3 Now.
Maddie, thank you. Next at 6, there's an alert day in the forecast for what figures to be our first significant snowfall of the season. For more on what we can expect, let's check First Warn forecast and Chief Meteorologist Alex Harrington out on the weather patio. Alex?
Eric, yes, widespread indeed. We're expecting anywhere from 2 to 6 inches of snow across southern Wisconsin with this clipper-like system that we've been talking about for a few days. So tomorrow night, we'll probably be using the measuring stick here to see how much snow we have at this point 24 hours from now. Alert day conditions focus is Thursday going into early Friday with the greatest amounts at this point in time looking like it's going to eye up areas north of I-94, including Madison with that isolated 6-inch amount, possibly up towards that Juneau, Adams, Marquette, and Green Lake counties, a little bit closer to where winter storm warnings will be in effect for this clipper-like system over portions of central Wisconsin. This is what we're up against right now, widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow with that 6-inch amount, as I said, for areas up towards the central Wisconsin area. Significantly less snow down towards Platteville, Dickeyville, over towards Cuba City. You'll be closer to the center of circulation, and that usually favors some dry air to mix in, so lesser amounts of snow are expected at this point in time over southwestern Wisconsin. We got a plan tonight yet. Clouds filling in, temperatures cooling down tonight to right around 20 to about 25 degrees as those clouds come in. It should help hold temperatures up just a bit over southwestern Wisconsin. Cloudy and temperatures right around 22, 23 for the vast majority of our evening. We got 25 55 in Madison right now, and we will be using all of our sky cams as we track our winter weather system on Thursday to show you the very latest conditions across southern Wisconsin. More on when that snow enters the area in a few minutes.
Alex, thank you. And stay up to date on the weather with our First Warn Forecast weather app. It has hourly forecasts, road conditions, and the latest radar as well. You can download it for free in your phone's app store. Just search WISC weather. As our community continues to process what took place Monday at Abundant Life, there is a lot of information being published by news outlets like News 3 Now, but also by others online. And unfortunately, those others can often create some confusion as to what's accurate. Our Kyle Pozorski reports.
In times of crisis, there can be a lot of information shared trying to shed light on what's happening at any particular time.
It's just human nature for us to try and make sense of that.
Dietram Scheufele is a communications professor at UW. He focuses on how people get information on social media.
The idea of us trying to find sense in the senseless is not new, and it's an understandable human tendency.
He says in this age of having everything online and anywhere at once, errors, rumors, as well as purposefully wrong information can have negative effects on the people impacted by any incident. And this can be especially true in cases like school shootings, where emotions can get a hold of people, leading to spreading something that's not true.
A lot of our research has shown that the more angry we are, the more dread we feel, the more anxious we are, the more likely we are to share information regardless if it's true or not. So it's just an instinct that comes out of our emotions, and that, later on when we think about it, we probably regret, but by that time it's too late and the information has spread already.
The best piece of advice he has is to take time and breathe, thinking through what you're consuming online before sharing it. By doing this, it can lessen the impact the disinformation has. His other advice is to avoid reading anything that contains a lot of hashtags, which often try to grab people's attention and not necessarily provide any information.
Again, that doesn't always correlate to providing the best information, but maybe the most outrageous, and very often that is misleading information.
That's our Kyle Pozorski reporting. As for us here at News 3 Now and Channel 3000, our newsroom has a detailed decision-making process steeped in ensuring accuracy every step of the way. And you can read about those decisions and more right now at channel3000.com. Meanwhile, lawmakers at the state capitol are working on how to move forward after Monday's school shooting here in Madison. Political reporter Will Keneally has more on what possible solutions we could see heading forward here. Will?
Well, Eric, we don't know yet all the details about Monday's shooting, let alone what could have happened to prevent it. But in the wake of the shooting, state agencies like the Office of School Safety have helped provide support. We spoke earlier today with Assembly Speaker Robin Vos about some of those efforts and how the state government is looking to support them.
We have the Office of School Safety, which I support. We have the idea that we put more money into school-based mental health. That was a good thing. We made it harder to get into a school so that students were protected. All good ideas. So I'd certainly be open to looking at all of those.
Now, Vos tells us, though, that he wants more information about the school shooting as lawmakers consider ways to move forward. Now, on the other side, State Senator Kelda Roys represents the Madison area around Abundant Life Christian School. She says that now is not the time to be talking solutions, but
it's not the right time. It's way too late. It's years too late to be talking about this. The time to talk about this was after the first school shooting years ago. And instead, we've had political leadership in the Republican Party that has absolutely ignored the will of the people.
Now, what we've heard so far from lawmakers is that everyone is in agreement on funding that Office of School Safety. We could see that taken up early next year during the budget process. And we'll sit down with Attorney General Josh Cull tomorrow, whose agency heads that Office of School Safety.
Will, thank you. And after the tragic events on Monday, fundraising efforts are ongoing across our community. Our Ellie LaLiberte is live outside Abundant Life with how alumni there are helping. Ellie?
Yeah, Eric, in the past couple of days following this deadly shooting, our community is banding together. An example of this just over my shoulder here, you can see this memorial that has only continued to grow. And as those impacted by this tragedy are still processing, there are others who are stepping up to help. That includes Adam Roston. He attended Abundant Life Christian School for 13 years. And when he heard the news, he created a Google form to mobilize the community to provide meals. His goal to make sure all those impacted have nothing to worry about.
I have a 2-year-old, and the whole day I just thought, I can't wait till he's home from daycare so I can just spend all night with him. And I just thought I wouldn't even want to take 45 minutes to stop loving on my kid to just make dinner. And that's when I said, well, I could make dinner for somebody. And if I can make dinner for somebody, somebody else could make dinner for somebody.
Adam is looking for people to help make meals, deliver them, or provide gift cards for families impacted. So far, he tells me 376 people have signed up to help. Adam says he's in touch with the school for next steps. If you're interested in helping out, filling out that Google Docs form, you can go to his website, motorboxmedia.com. But for now, reporting live on Madison's east side, Ellie Liberté, News 3 Now.
Ellie, thank you. And you can find all of our coverage from this week's events at Abundant Life, including ways you can help on our Channel 3000 mobile app. We'll also push any updates right to your phone. You can download it wherever you get your apps. Still to come on News 3 Now at 6, Monona police need your help finding a missing man last seen over the weekend. Plus, one person injured after a shooting in Janesville. What police are telling us at this time after a short break. Stay with us.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6, brought to you by Gruber Law Offices.
I thought with everything going on, we could all use a little smile break. So this one is on Gruber Law Offices. You're welcome.
Ever wonder why your house is so cold and drafty? Knowing the answer could save you a lot of money. Usually, the problem is your walls. That's why USA Foam Insulation is such a game changer. It's easily installed from the outside and fills up your wall cavities with cold-blocking foam. Your warm air stays inside, your furnace runs less, and you get a lower gas bill. And right now, USA Insulation has their best deals of the year because they know winter is when you need it the most.
USA Insulation.
The holidays are here, and so are the savings at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress. Don't miss our holiday sale with huge discounts on all quality name brand furniture, including Smith Brothers, Flex Steel, England, Spring Air Mattresses, Ashley, Amish Furniture, and much more. Over an acre of quality name brand furniture on display in our beautiful showroom and ready for delivery in time for the holidays. Free financing available. Hurry in today to the holiday sale at Baraboo Furniture and Mattress, where your satisfaction is our guarantee.
I've been a motorcyclist for a little over 20 years now. I always wanted to have a motorcycle my whole life, and dashing helps me support that hobby. I love the flexibility of dashing. I love the connections I make. Dashing lets me do what I want, when I want. I'm my own boss now. If dashers can maintain their freedom, flexibility, and independence, and have access to benefits, that would really be the best of both worlds. Portable benefits would help me cover medical costs, dental, vision. That would be fantastic.
Start your new day with the News 3 Now This Morning team, bringing you local breaking news, exploring all that makes our area special, and letting you know what to expect when you head out the door. The Emmy Award-winning News 3 Now This Morning, weekdays. You're watching News 3 Now at 6, moving forward.
Monona police are searching for a missing 21-year-old man. Adrian Kazuba was last seen Sunday afternoon when he told his caretakers he was going to walk to the Monona Menard store. Kazuba also said he was going to visit the Aldo Leopold Nature Center. He did not return home that night. Anyone with information about his whereabouts is asked to contact the Monona Police Department. One person heard after they were shot last night in Janesville. Police say they got a call about this incident about 7:30. Officers were sent to North High Street. They say there does not appear to be any threat to the community at this time. The shooting victim's condition is unknown. It's not known if any suspects have been identified. Wisconsin Department of Health Services says there's a presumptive human case of bird flu in our state, the first in Wisconsin. It's up in Barron County in the northwestern part of the state. That infected individual had exposure to an infected flock. DHS was able to identify the case through testing at the Wisconsin State Lab of Hygiene. The CDC is also doing more testing in order to confirm that this is, in fact, bird flu. Still ahead, 1 week left before Christmas. Plenty of time to finish your holiday shopping, but what about shipping those gifts? Plus, from cookies to fudge to candy, well, many are stocking up on holiday treats. What dietitians say you can do to avoid putting on a few extra pounds. Plus, we could see some snow tomorrow. Alex is back. How much to expect when we return?
This holiday season, give the gift of power and precision with WISC Power Tools at Menards. Whether you're building, fixing, or crafting, WISC drills deliver the power and control for any project. For those tougher jobs, WISC impact drivers provide all the torque needed to make heavy-duty tasks a breeze. Don't miss out on this WISC 20-volt drill or 20-volt impact driver. Just $24.99 after rebate now at Menards.
Warm season's greetings to you all from Menards.
Hello, Wisconsin insurance brokers. Are you seeking outstanding dental coverage options? Momentum Insurance is your answer. A locally owned Madison company, we specialize in meeting Wisconsin residents' dental insurance needs. Our comprehensive coverages, competitive commissions, bonus programs, and online portals are what set us apart. Partner with us to elevate your group dental offerings. For details, visit our website at MomentumPlans.com. Momentum Insurance, your partner for outstanding dental coverage.
Steinhaffel's year-end sale only happens once a year. The best time to get unheard-of deals on closeouts and one-of-a-kind merchandise. Sofas, love seats, beds, dining sets, mattresses. It all has to go. There's no better time than now to buy the furniture you've been waiting for. And with Steinhaffel's 60-month special financing, your new room just got more affordable. The year-end sale, only at Steinhaffel's and Steinhaffels.com.
This is you. And you are why we do what we do. Each and every one of you are wonderful, amazing people. So we'll treat you that way on your journey of trusted care. Because the way you, and you feel matters. Unity Point Health Meritor, a partner of UW Health, know how much you matter to this world.
Bad odors, ghastly noises, and clogs at the worst possible time. These are just a few of the holiday horrors lurking within your garbage disposal. But you don't have to let an old system squash your holiday spirit. Give yourself the gift of the grind and save $50 when you upgrade with Cardinal. Put your old appliance on a permanent naughty list and get a highly efficient, ultra-quiet garbage disposal that can clean up even the most chaotic of holiday dinners. Don't let a clogged sink spoil your holiday spirit. Book online at cardinalservice.com.
You're watching News 3 Now at 6.
The first deadline for shipping packages in time for Christmas Day is upon us. Wednesday, the deadline for the U.S. Postal Service's ground shipping within the lower 48 states. For USPS Priority Mail Express, you have until Saturday. The deadline for UPS is Thursday or Monday with next day air. And for FedEx, if you're willing to pay for it, you can cut it as close as Christmas Eve with same-day shipping. The holidays are a time, of course, filled with celebrations, but for some, the season's sweet treats can set off alarm bells about weight gain. Dietitians say too often people take extreme steps to compensate for overeating. Bradley Blackburn has more.
At a joyful time of year when giant gingerbread men dance over heads, food can loom large and for too many become a source of anxiety. A new national survey finds nearly 40% of Americans are worried about how much they eat over the holidays.
People were worried about gaining weight. And this is something that I hear pretty frequently from my clients.
Registered dietitian Sarah Ream is with Orlando Health, the organization that conducted the survey. 25% of respondents thought they should skip meals to save calories before a big holiday gathering, and a third endorsed a detox after the holidays. Ream says that's misguided or even dangerous.
So we don't need to do cleanses or detoxes or over-exercise. It can really kind of venture into some eating disorder, disordered eating type of territory.
She says instead, have small meals with plenty of fiber and protein. Never show up to a party on an empty stomach. Stay physically active, and remember, one big meal can't derail your health. As always, it's about moderation. It's worked for Josh Walker. The 31-year-old father started seeing Ream after he was warned he was at risk of being pre-diabetic. He discovered he was eating too much of a food he thought was always healthy, fruit.
Fruit, I think, would be like the more the better. So that's one thing that I realized throughout the whole program is that sometimes more isn't always better.
He's learned to balance his diet and plans to keep it up this season, making smart choices, but still enjoying favorites like pumpkin pie.
It's going to be good, too.
And it's okay to have it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, as long as you do it in moderation.
Sweet advice to stay healthy through the holidays. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News.
And research has shown most Americans actually gain less than a pound during the holiday months, but if that extra weight is never lost, it can, of course, add up to significant weight gain over the years. And maybe some shoveling can get your workout on track. And here's Alex with the complete forecast and the timing of all this.
Yeah, I haven't had to do a whole lot of that this late fall season as we head towards winter. But alert day conditions will give much, if not all, of southern Wisconsin that opportunity for at least a little bit of shoveling. Let me explain here. This is Thursday going into early Friday. Highest amounts of snow expected northeast of Madison up towards Juneau, Adams, Marquette, and Green Lake counties, where widespread 3 to 6 inches of snow is expected. Some blowing snow expected across all of southern Wisconsin. Let's break down the impacts. Madison, Watertown, Baraboo, Lone Rock, you have moderate threats as we go into impacts for Thursday going into Friday. Lesser effects or lesser impacts to the south and to the west towards Platteville and Prairie du Chien, and higher impacts to the north up towards Juneau, Adams, Marquette, and Green Lake counties. This is what we're expecting. Breezy conditions, low visibilities at times, snow totals of 2 to 6 inches, and I'll map that out here for you in just a moment. For this very reason, which we've been talking about for days now, this Clipper system has the National Weather Service issuing winter weather advisories Thursday evening till 3 a.m. Friday out towards Vernon County and Richland County. To the east here, this includes Madison, the Dells, Jefferson, till 6 a.m. Friday morning with winter storm warnings to the north. Here's how it looks like it's going to pan out. Light snow developing Madison and north and west by the time we get to 6 o'clock in the morning. Widespread snow, moderate at times for much of southern Wisconsin, late morning going towards the afternoon hours. Take note, though, southwestern Wisconsin, as we head towards Thursday evening going into the Thursday overnight hours, the center of circulation is very close to our southwestern counties, and sometimes dry air gets pulled into the center of circulation. We call this a dry slot, which I talk about on my social media. That will scoot along the Wisconsin-Illinois border, and it's for that reason that far southwestern Wisconsin and areas near the Wisconsin-Illinois border will have a little bit less in the way of accumulation, with more to the north. The snow showers and breezy conditions will ease up as we go into the Friday morning commute, which will also be impacted. And join me at 10. We'll track those wind gusts together as well with this weather system. Confidence of 3 to 6 inches for a good portion of southern Wisconsin. Again, 1 to 3 inches to the south towards Platteville over to Darlington, Monroe, and Janesville. And the overall commute impacts. We start off 6 a.m. to noon, the lower impacts. Noon to 6 o'clock, that snow, perhaps moderate, briefly heavy at times, especially for Madison areas north. That Thursday evening commute, that Friday morning commute will be impacted across southern Wisconsin. So be prepared to take it easy on the roads, and then we will have to do, like we were saying before, a little bit of shoveling across southern Wisconsin. This should be of the drier variety of snow, however. Lows tonight in the 20s to 25 out to the west as clouds increase out ahead of that weather system. The rest of this evening staying in the 20s with clouds again on the increase following this weather system. Staying cold through the weekend. We warm up a little bit towards Christmas, but I don't think we're going to warm up too much that all of the snow will melt away. So that's some good news. If you want at least a little bit of snow for Christmas, it's looking quite likely at this time before it warms up, and then showers later next week.
And coming up in sports, waiting to play again, while the Badgers say they're not really a fan of a week off. That's next on News 3 Now.
News 3 Now First Warn Weather is brought to you by Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor.
Discover a shopping and design experience as comfortable as the furniture. Lazy Boy Home Furnishings and Decor. Schedule your free design consultation today.
Don't dance, but boogie into the new year at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells. On Friday, December 27th, we're giving away a Jeep Gladiator. Saturday, December 28th, a Chevy Colorado. Then on New Year's Eve, it's our Winter Boogie Bash, where you can have a chance to win your share of over $45,000 of rewards play. Plus, there will be free live entertainment by Coyote Wild and Snake Oil. It's time to boogie your way into the new year at Ho-Chunk Gaming Wisconsin Dells.
525,600 minutes. How do you measure a year? How about hi, Grandma? How about
hi, Mom?
Hi, Grandma.
Hey, sis. Guess who's home? Oh, you made it.
Smile, everyone. Measure your life in love. Seasons of love.
Want a flatter, tighter tummy? Then check out new Ab EX from Sonobello.
After my pregnancies, my body just never bounced back. I had this stomach overhang that made me self-conscious.
Emotionally, it was really sad. Feeling good up here, but you look down and you don't.
After having my babies, it went a different direction. From here, it went to here, and I just couldn't get rid of that.
Introducing Ab EX from Sonobello. Remove fat and lose excess skin permanently in just one visit.
I got the tummy tuck results without the tummy tuck downtime.
And I finally got the flat stomach I wanted.
I'm able to get back in my size 8 jeans. I feel sexy, I feel confident.
It feels good to feel good and look good. The mommy belly is gone.
Schedule your free, no obligation consultation and find out how you can get $250 off instantly. Call 1-888-557-5298 or go to sonobello.com.
Fresh off a dominating performance against Butler on Saturday, Greg Gard's squad is playing the waiting game this week to tip off their final non-conference game of the year. Wisconsin hosts Detroit Mercy on Sunday, meaning there's a week of nothing but practice in between, which is okay, but most of the Badgers would rather be playing actual games every couple of days.
We had a busy last 2 weeks, and with finals coming here soon and Christmas coming, this break is a good opportunity for us to reset our minds, but also keep improving as we get ready for a Big Ten play.
We want to be out there playing against other people, but it gives us a lot of time to work on stuff we need to work on and touch up on some things. So there's advantages to both, but I think personally we'd rather just kind of be out there hooping against other teams and competing.
And for more on the Badger men's basketball team, be sure to check out this week's Wisconsin Huddle. John Blackwell stops by to talk all things hoops. Show airs on Friday at 6:30 right here on News 3 Now. Let's face it, it's Sarah Franklin's world, and we're all just living in it. Player of the Year? Yeah, she's been crowned that by the Big Ten, but the accolades are far from done. Today, she earned first-team All-American status by the AVCA. And if you're wondering, it's the second straight year she's received that honor. But she wasn't the only Badger to be named an All-American. Charlie Furbringer was named to the third team. And speaking of Kelly Sheffield's squad, he picked up a big hitter in the transfer portal. Grace Lopez comes to Wisconsin after 2 years at Miami. She's coming off a season where she averaged 3.5 kills per set and was tabbed second team All-ACC. And not to be outdone, Luke Fickell has added Jaden Ballard to fill one of the holes in his Badger receiving room. The 6'3" wideout spent the last 4 years at Ohio State, where he made just 35 appearances and caught 11 passes. His best season as a Buckeye was back in 2022. You never really know what you're going to get with the
Sometimes a change of scenery is a good thing. We'll see. Alex, final check. Busy day ahead.
Busy day. Alert day conditions, folks, tomorrow, southern Wisconsin. I mean, take a look at our graphic. Just look at the right timing. This is Thursday, especially Thursday afternoon through the Friday morning impact. 2 to 6 inches of snow expected across southern Wisconsin. We'll be keeping an eye on that track. More at 10.
All right, Alex, thanks. Thanks for joining us at News 3 Now for News 3 Now at 6. Have a great evening. We'll be back here tonight at 10.